And so while yes, it does promote my business of being a hairstylist, touching up your gray roots, getting your hair cut, getting extensions, all the things, you might hear this and be like, this is so superficial. But then my challenge to you would be tomorrow, get up, have your coffee, do your morning routine, let that exist for however long it is. Hi, I'm Jennifer Janish, owner of Adored Salon and Adored Signature Hand-Tied Hair Extensions. I'm obsessed with curly hair. I cut it, style it, and extend it, and this podcast is all about my curly girl obsessions that stretch far beyond just curly hair. Hey there, it's me, Jennifer, from the Curly Girls Obsessions, which you are listening to or watching right now. If you're wondering, why am I sitting in the same spot as last week? Why am I wearing the same shirt? It's because I actually recorded these back to back. It's just better for me to batch record these podcasts too, because when I decide what day I'm going to do this on, I literally show up like a different person, ready to go in the morning. I know what I'm going to talk about for the day, and I get up, I have my coffee, I do my morning routine, and then I get in the shower, I do all the things to present better to you. Now, I know you're probably thinking like, there was a few podcasts ago where you were getting your hair done and it was a frizzball mess. But if you go back and look at those podcasts, I have my makeup on. I have on a nice clean shirt that really looks presentable and good. And I also, on those days, knew that the fact of me getting my hair done was going to draw you in more to keep watching to see what the end result was like. And also, like, I feel like the podcasts that are in the salon when we're doing hair are so awesome because you are seeing Jennifer and her team, the ninjas, right? Not only can we record a podcast, but damn, we can install hair extensions like the best machine on the face of the earth while we're doing it. And we're comfortable on camera. At least I can speak for myself and say that, but it's also helping to push my team out of their comfort zone to also show up better for themselves, right? Like if I send them a text in the morning and I'm like, look, hey, we're gonna record a podcast today while we're doing so-and-so's hair, or we're gonna record a podcast today while you're doing my hair. They're like, ugh. The makeup's on, the hair is done, the clothes, they look good, right? And here's the other piece to that is that by doing this, they also know that they could just randomly show up to work and I'm like, hey guys, by the way, we're doing a podcast today. So it puts them on guard to always look their best, to be their best, right? So that's today's topic is, why do you bother? Why do you bother with what? Looking good, girl? You need to absolutely 100% show up for yourself in all the ways in order to feel good and be productive in your day. I don't care who you are. I know it myself. If I have a day that I don't get up and get dressed and get ready, I'm not going to be as productive as if I would show up and do the things that make me look the part of all the aspects that I need to produce in that day. With that being said, do I have pajama days sometimes? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And if I do that, one, I'm either feeling lousy and sitting on the couch and binge watching Netflix all day, or I've decided like I'm gonna work out later, so I'm not gonna get ready now, but I need to do X, Y, and Z before that happens. But I will tell you that when I do show up, it is so much better. All right, so where did this even come from? Okay, first of all, like I am from this generation. Like, we did not go to school in sweatpants. You wouldn't have been caught dead in sweatpants at school. Like, we went to school with makeup on, our hair done, our outfit, our jewelry, all the things. We did not have show up back in those days. Yeah, that was in the early 90s, late 80s. And even when I was in junior high, like, I totally remember dressing up for the day. And so I feel like it kind of set the standard. And I know a lot of people these days don't even go into the office anymore. So they're like, why do I even bother? Okay, because the people on the other side of Zoom, they want to see you showing up. They want to see you looking the part in order to take you seriously during those meetings. I could guarantee, and I'm sure that studies show, that if you are presentable and you're in your mode, right, of being the girl who has on the cute outfit, the good makeup, the hair done, that you're in a better place in order to present, right? Like, you would never get up on a stage in sweatpants and a tank top and deliver a speech where you were looking to motivate or change minds or persuade people to do things your way. You would actually show up for the appointment, correct? Like, you would have to have your stuff done. And I know now you're probably like, well, Jen, you're a hairstylist. You're in the world of beauty. This is what you do. There is a lot of hairstylists who don't show up for the day. And I just feel like it's kind of like a sign of the times and where we are, and just not having as much self-respect as we once would have for the way that we did show up. So what I can tell you is I have gone through those periods in my life where I haven't felt like it. I am a mom of 4. I'm married. Like, I have 2 dogs, 2 cats. Like, at any given moment, the shit can go south in my house. And it has gone south throughout the night. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I woke up to babies screaming, and in the morning, my whole day turned upside down. Us ending up at the pediatrician for hours, and you're exhausted, right? But still, on those days, I showed up for myself in every way that I possibly could. And even if it was only for 30 seconds, I still did it. I'll never forget this one boss that I had. She was older than me, and she had said to me, like, you always need to get ready for the day, and you need to get ready for your husband. Like, you need to put it on and let him always see you looking your best. And I was like, that's so weird that she would say that. And the reason she said that, this is really interesting, because I know that her husband had an affair on her. And I know that she was carrying that baggage, but what she was saying was like, don't give them a reason to look elsewhere, right? Keep their eyes on you 24/7. Now, whatever controversy that could cause just by me saying that is like, I don't, it's a factual statement. It's a factual situation that happened. And she was giving information from her life experiences as to why you should always show up for yourself. Because if you value this relationship, if you value the way that you are perceived, you show up and you look your best 24/7, right? And I know as a mom that that's hard. I know as someone who could work 50, 60 hours a week, that's freaking hard. But the reality is when you do this, you do better for yourself. You do the things that help create that positive environment for yourself. Now, like if you're worried about your husband, like my old boss was, right? that was always in the back of her mind of what she needed to do to be that person or whatever, right? But also, right, like when you first get married, you're young, you have no responsibilities. This is saying like if you get married before you have children, right? And you are typically always showing up as your best self. And then all of a sudden one day you stop. Like that's a really hard pill to swallow for the other person. Like they're like, I remember you taking all this time. Maybe it annoyed them then, right? But then that's always the moment in which they will appreciate the fact that you took the time to take care of yourself, to show up best for them. Right? Like it's just a thing. It just is. It just is the way it is. And so while yes, it does promote my business of being a hairstylist, touching up your gray roots, getting your hair cut, getting extensions, all the things, you might hear this and be like, this is so superficial. But then my challenge to you would be tomorrow, get up, have your coffee, do your morning routine, let that exist for however long it is, and then take a walk on the treadmill, lift your weights, do your thing, take your shower, put on a cute outfit, and do your makeup, and look at yourself on Zoom as you talk to your coworkers. Or just, you're gonna see that the load has been lightened just by doing that. You're gonna smile more, you're gonna be happier, and you're gonna be that person that you wanted to show up as on that day. It really and truly is a thing. If this conversation could be any more motivating to help you find your self-worth, is like shower, put on the clothes, do the things, and just be that person. So people will often say to me, I don't know how you get so much done. I don't know how you do it. And I'm always like, I don't know what they're talking about. And I think it's just because it's the way that I operate in my mind, right? Like I will set out for the day. I will be 100%, like I will write out my list of the things that I need to get done. And I am a list checker offer. So I will put on there like workout, shower, put on makeup, put on outfit, X, Y, and Z. And with that being said, that's how I get a lot of things done. But I notice that I get more things done when I'm 100% ready for the day. And I think too of what is going to happen in the day as far as what my hair is going to look like, what the outfit's going to look like, right? If I'm outside running around, running errands, running to the grocery store, I still do all the things, but I might wear leggings and a hoodie to the grocery store. But then again, if I was going to present in a meeting, or if I was going to be, teaching a class, I would not show up wearing leggings and a hoodie for that. Never, right? Like, because I'm just not going to be taken serious. And I'm also going to start to feel self-conscious about what I have on and what I'm presenting. Like, are they going to take me as Jennifer, the educator on curly hair extensions, in the leggings and the hoodie, or in ripped up jeans and a crop top with 2/3 of my stomach hanging out? No, absolutely not. It's just not the way it is. And also, like, if you're a hairstylist on here and you're watching this, I have another really strong view about this, because hairstylists tend to put a lot of stuff out there, and like nothing makes me more crazy than a hairstylist business account page that shows them like in their thong bikini or it's like a really close photo of cleavage. Like, what are we selling? We are not selling hair here, right? Know the time and the place. And the same goes for showing up and being your best self. Know the time and the place for the casual clothes. Know the time and the place for when you're not going to get dressed up. Know the time and the place for when you need to be that rock star that puts everything out there at its fullest. The hair, the makeup, the jewelry, the outfit, the everything. I hope I'm not talking in circles here, because like this is one of those conversations too where it could be a little bit controversial in the way in which I stated it, because I am coming to you from the point of view of a woman, but I also think that this translates to guys. So there's times like when my son gets ready to go out, and I know, you know, like he's going out to a nice place and he comes up in a t-shirt and joggers, and even sometimes he's had his Crocs on, and I'm just like, dude, where are you going looking like that? Like, I hope you're not going anywhere with your girlfriend, because no, it's just, no, it's wrong. The only place you could go looking like that is the gym. And even then it's questionable. Do you wear Crocs to work out? Probably not. Like, you really need to set yourself up for success. Now, if you're sitting there and you're like, Jennifer, I don't have the money to buy cute clothes. I don't have the money to, you know, get good makeup, or do X, Y, or Z, right? Let me share with you what I did when I first started out as a hairstylist. And when I first started out as a hairstylist, like, it was literally it was like $200 a week. It might have even been $150 a week. Now, granted, 35 years ago, but still 35 years ago, $150 a week, nothing, right? Nothing. And honestly, I only made that $150, I think, one time, because I would have been so embarrassed had I not done enough services to make commission to outweigh that $150. So, but regardless, what I would do then was I had a nice pair of pants and I would buy 2 shirts every week, right? And you could get away with like having a cute crew neck top for say $10 or whatever, right? And then I would buy a piece of cute jewelry. And in today's world, nobody knows if you're wearing real or fake. You could go on Amazon and get some of the cutest jewelry for $10, you know, and you could dress up any outfit. And as a hairstylist, right, like if all you have to wear is black and it's always clean, and you've got a statement piece necklace or some cute bracelets, you could throw on a nice black apron with your black pants, black shirt, and make your jewelry be the standout piece, and your hair, and boom, you're done. You've got it. You've got the outfit. And I feel like the same holds true for any other kind of job, right? Like, you've got to build on the cute outfit. You've got to build on the pieces that are in your closet that, you know, are those pieces, statement pieces that make everything else look great. And it was really easy to build up my wardrobe that way. Like, and I knew it, so I set aside the money for it. Okay, this is how much you're gonna spend on clothing every week, so you could build up this wardrobe and have some nice things to wear to work. And also, because back then, damn, you did not go to work without your hair and makeup done. That would have totally been a no. Especially in the hair salon. And I also think, like, as a hairstylist, that should be totally non-negotiable. Your hair and makeup should always be done when you go to work. Guy or girl, right? Like, some guys don't wear makeup, some guys do wear makeup, but like, you need to look your best. And if you don't wear makeup, you need to wash your face and make sure you're clean. It's just how we show up in this world is how the world takes us in. And honestly, too, I feel like how you show up is how you show up to everyone, including God. And once He sees that you're trying to do better, be better, live better, all the things, He's going to flood more good into your life. God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. But when they notice that you are showing up in this way that is respectful and profitable and healthy for you, it's going to give you back so much more good too. So why bother? Because if you don't bother, it's just going to tear you down. If you do bother, you will understand that the fruits of your labor will be paid back. You are planting the seed for better in the future. You are planting the seed for that better vision of yourself, which will only grow, because if you continue to water it, it'll bloom. Hope this conversation was good. If you know a friend that could benefit from it, please send it to them. If you don't subscribe, hit the subscribe button. It helps me grow this podcast and get to others, or press the follow button. Have a great day.